What's going on, Saints Nation, and welcome to the CR6 Phase 2, Week 2. And tonight we got a stellar lineup of teams going on the board. We have University of Utah going up against St. Clair Saints. And on the desk tonight we have myself, Seymour, and joining me is the Saved One. How are you excited to cast some Rainbow for the first time?
I'm so excited. Like you just said, it's my first time casting Rainbow Six. So I've wanted to do it for a long time because I play a lot of Thermite when I play attack, and I love just breach charging into places. So hopefully we can see that tonight. But I'm jumping ahead of myself. I'm just really excited.
Yeah, so we got the hard breacher right here, and he's ready to see some Thermite. So you're in luck because Thermite is meta. So we're gonna see a lot of Thermite go on. And looking at like last week, the last time Saints played in the CR6, they played against Michigan State University, and they beat Michigan State 2-1, and that's probably the best game we've seen the Saints play yet. It's like their best form.
Yeah, and even like looking back to Phase 1, they started off the whole entire season 0-2. Right, they didn't have the absolute best start, and then they started to get their stuff together. Right, they really started to VOD review. Their coaches really started to come together and really teach them how to actually play as a team, how to coordinate, where to do certain actions. And I think that we're going to see a whole lot of that going into this first game.
It's as you were saying, they went 0-2 and 2-2. On the other side, University of Utah in Phase 1, they went 3-1. So maybe we're gonna see a little bit of a story on Utah. Like came out of Phase 1 a little bit hotter, but in Phase 2, they're both 1-0. So I'm so excited. I'm hoping this is gonna be the even match that it looks like it should be on paper.
Right, and I was looking at very quickly the bracket before actually going into this one, and what I love about early season brackets is that everyone is so close together, right? St. Clair right now, they're at seed 12, but with one win, they could get bumped up to 4th. It's just all these very simple little things that can really propel Saints to get motivated, right? You get a little bit more motivation as a team when you're in 4th or 3rd rather than you're in 12th.
Yeah, it being like in 4th place, especially for the Saints Rainbow team, that would be just quite huge. It'd be huge. Like I'm sure, like each one of those players would be like, "Oh my God, we're doing amazing, guys!" And like, let's keep this going. Let's keep this steamroll of a win streak going. So like, I'm excited to see them go 2-0. But in the end, like I'm a sucker for those close games, so I want to see it go down to the wire.
And this is also one of those series that I love to look into and kind of analyze how they do in the first couple of matches, because we're gonna be playing a lot of R6 tonight, right? So you really get to create a storyline and create kind of a player story throughout these next couple of matches, whether or in particular, who is the star player of each team. We're gonna be seeing that here.
Yeah, and looking on Saints, usually we like a key player we need to see like show up is Imagine and Rapid too. They're both heavy slayers. Imagine and Rapid are like the two top KDs on their team. I can't remember off the top of my head what they were, but like they're really like them showing up is really going to dictate how the pace of this game is going to be. And heading straight into the ban phase, I'm expecting to see some typical kind of like Jackal bans, you know, a Mirror ban, maybe an Echo ban on defense. But right away, they're taking out a Hard Breach and Maverick. Maverick, it's quite important to a map like Clubhouse. So first off, they're playing Clubhouse. That's the first map of this whole match. And there's a ton of areas in this whole thing that you see the Hard Breach kind of take effect. And Maverick, I think that's a really good ban on Utah.
He can, if you guys don't know, then Maverick can use his ability to burn through wood. So definitely that's going to be a huge one coming out here. Thatcher as well is really good. He can throw an EMP into a room and just stop all of the grenades. So he's another one. That's a really good ban here.
Well, like the mostly like Thatcher's used like it's incredible on like offense. The just tossing a Thatcher in, it takes away the bandit tricking. So bandit tricking, it's because since you're a little bit new, I'll explain it to you. You'll usually have the bandit on defense hold onto the reinforced wall, and he'll put down the bandit trap, and he'll pick it back up and put it back down, just so that the Thermite can't get that the breach off of it, like carefully. But the Thatcher, if he throws it right in there, and he basically destroys all of the bandit traps while they're down.
Yeah, and Mira as well as Echo coming out as bans. Explain to me a little bit more about Echo and Mira.
Well, Echo and Mira, those are like the typical. Those are standard ban meta right now. Like Mira, just getting rid of those sightlines that Mira can provide the enemy team is just so crucial. Like you don't want to have to put up with that, and she's just so annoying to play against. And Echo, his yokai drones, they can disrupt the plant. So like if you plant the diffuser and there's a yokai drone, that disruption is just so heavy, and like it's just another thing you don't want to deal with. It's just like smokes, like he tosses his smoke grenade and it can disrupt the plant, but it's not as like annoying as a yokai drone.
Exactly, and we see all these amazing picks coming out here for each comp. St. Clair, they got Thermite, Zofia, IQ, kind of switching. Miss kind of switching between a couple of operators, as well as a Banna coming through.
This is the first time I've ever seen Saints take Montaigne out, so I'm excited to see how the Saints play on that. I know that they hate playing against the Montaigne. They can easily counter it, but I want to see how they do with the Montaigne.
Yeah. Well, the one thing that I was thinking is that he just has a giant shield.
Yeah.
Right? He's just a kind of a troll character. I see him as basically a big troll character.
He could be a troll character. I know that like when you see like the Montaigne get picked up, it's usually like to enter into like a doorway and like take, like everybody's gonna enter behind you because you're basically gonna be like, oh hey, they're there, and they can't kill me, but like you guys can peek in and kill them because I know where they are.
University of Utah on the defense here, starting out this round. They're just planting all of their little contraptions all around the place, as well as blowing holes wherever they really need to, and you can already see them pinging out different little areas and just blowing up walls.
They're gonna set up that nice like easy rotate between garage and CCTV room, and this surprised to see a Cade here. So a Cade is like a substitution for a bandit. Okay. You can throw the Cade. It's almost like how you would throw a throwing knife in like a different game, but he throws his little charges up and he electrifies the reinforcements just like how a bandit would, except it's a little bit more tricky to take care of. I mean, although if you do have the Thatcher, it's a little easier, but there is no Thatcher.
Exactly.
And there's no Capitao, so you don't have to worry about the Capitao, but Doozy on the Zofia, just about to just peeking through that drone hole, trying to get some early damage. And we see Miss Nautica pushing in the garage. Let's see how this attack goes.
Exactly, and you see all these different members here. St. Clair pushing it pretty slowly. Miss Nautica as well spots out the first member, just pinging him out. JM Beast also on the on one of the sides, just waiting for his opportunity to try and break through this wall. One thing is standing between St. Clair and Utah is just a very simple wall.
Okay, here we go. We got the Zofia getting those impact grenades off, trying to get rid of that Cade charge so JMBs can get the thermite down. He's getting his thermite charge down. That's the wall open, so that's full sight lines to St. Clair on the balconies. And JMB's just going to try to get those picks. He's getting all the sight lines. Miss Nautica's inside sight. She's actually going to... So what they're going to use the Montaigne for is you're going to get behind that Montaigne, but that's diffuser down, so Montaigne has the diffuser. And Studson with a just crucial kill on JMB's there. The Maestro Cam is also a disruption to the plant, so that's going to be a little trouble for St. Clair if they don't take care of it. I think they did.
It's kind of unfortunate right now. St. Clair, they're looking kind of scrambled all over the place because they're trying to get their members into position. We'll see if they can catch out a member right here. Imagine looking like he wants to try and look for a peek, as well as Doozy. Ooh, a couple kills going back and forth. Rapid Imagine with 2 kills going for himself. St. Clair recovered the diffuser. He ends up going down as well.
I wonder if the Valkyrie's going to jump out onto the outer rim of the roof, but it's not, and diffuser goes down, so Doozy is down, so Rapid in a 1v2 gets the Valkyrie. We're in a 1v1. Let's see how this goes. This is such a close first round already. Bandit, no, sorry, Cade against Hibana. The Cade is in garage, and he's going to take out his pistol, try to get that one-shot headshot, but he's just going to slow it down. He sees diffuser, so just going to try to find Rapid, but Rapid is holding that rotation hole. Yeah, he's going to listen for that. He has sightlines on diffuser, and diffuse goes off. Can he see him? He does see him.
Yeah, he does see him. Now it's a 1v1 situation. Can he pull this off? Can't St. Clair do it. They can't.
He won. I think they might have got it.
Maybe.
No, it's just right down. St. Clair takes round 1, nail-biting win.
Even though Utah won the 1v1, they weren't able to defuse the bomb. Super, super clutch.
Oh, Rapid just ducking behind that counter, doing it all for his team, clutching up when he needs to. And that's what I was saying at the start. You need Rapid, you need Imagine, you need those two high kill players to kind of pop off. And already they have the only kills in the lobby for St. Clair.
Exactly, both with 2 apiece, and then 1 more going to another member that I actually didn't end up seeing there, but it's completely fine. It looks like St. Clair, they just want to keep their comp the same as it is.
If it works, it might work again. Don't change up what's not working.
Exactly. As for Utah, it looks like they're kind of switching between different characters. Vigil ends up coming in. I believe Legion was already in that last one.
No, they actually switched the Legion. So I expect the Legion to sit up into the garage, and Vigil is going to be it's quite the roam presence instead of the Pulse. So the Pulse was, I think, if they had the Pulse last round, the Pulse would have been down. This would be a good area to have a Pulse because usually you want to run Pulse on the basement.
Yeah.
But so Vigil's a little bit weird to me. It might just be preference though. Maybe. Everybody's got their preferences.
Yeah.
But other than that, they got the Cade, they got the Jaeger, they got the Smoke. So that questionable, in my opinion, questionable pick on the Vigil, but I think that Legion is a good pick for basement.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I was just going to say that since they're in the basement, there's only a couple of routes that the attackers can take to actually get into the basement. Sometimes it's a little bit harder to attack in the basement just because there's only so many areas, again, that you can attack.
Exactly. We see Studson just trying to get that, probably going to put a Jaeger drone right in underneath because there's a hatch there. So just going to avoid any grenades coming down, any stuns. And since Jaeger's a 3 speed, Jaeger might be roaming a little bit. If you see Doozy going down right away to the spawn peak of the Vigil and traded out by Imagine. So even odds right now.
Yeah, I was going to say, Imagine getting 1 kill for himself is really good. It's a 4-on-4 right now for both of these squads with 2 minutes and 30 seconds remaining here. We'll see what exactly these members can do in order to get into this. So St. Clair, they had a little bit of trouble back in round number 1 actually getting themselves situated. But once they did, it was really nice.
Yeah, and see Rapid, Imagine just getting ready to breach through those windows. Miss Nautica going for the dirt push. So they're going to just drone behind, make sure she's got she doesn't have to deal with any smoke or Legion charges. Just kind of make sure she's got a safe route down. But that Zofia being out of the play is going to be kind of troublesome because that Zofia's, especially like Doozy. When Doozy plays Zofia right, Doozy puts in so much work, and that's such a crucial operator to have. But so let's see how St. Clair can turn it around and take the advantage.
Yeah, the one thing that I'm seeing so far from Utah is that they're covering basically every single entrance into the basement. So I want to see how St. Clair actually end up getting into this basement itself. Miss Nautica as well. One more member, I believe that was JB, ends up following her into that dirt path.
Jane Beast actually going down to the Vigil. I don't know where this Vigil is roaming at, but he's already doing so much work getting 2 kills.
Yeah.
Imagine crawling down the stairs. He might have sightlines there. He makes the sound cue so they know he's there. He's just going to go for that. I think he was crouched, like prone, sliding over. And Imagine might have a confrontation right there. You can see through the wall. We can see through the wall. They can't see through the wall. So he is just laying down there waiting, and we're about to see some quick.
Oh, nice bait coming through. Ends up just knifing the little barbed wire and went 1 for 1.
Yeah, and he does get traded. Miss Nautica on site. The Cade sees that. The Cade is backed into a corner, and they know he's there. So she actually went for the kill and ends up getting down by Stash. Rapid with the refrag. So we're in a 1v1 with Rapid again. He's getting the diffuser down, and Jaeger in dirt. This is weird. So if he's in dirt, they might know he's there.
Yeah,
he had to get called out. Yeah,
definitely could be possible. And you see Rapid right now just aiming towards that door entrance, slowly crouching towards the door itself. Let's see reaction times come out. A couple of shots going towards the door itself, not able to get any shots off. A couple of actually little hit markers coming through. Not enough damage. Oh, that was insane. And the diffuse coming through for Studson.
Yeah, that was a little bit dangerous for Rapid. If you saw how much health he had.
Yeah.
But really good, just lasting as long as he did. But we're tied 1-1. Utah bringing it back.
Super, super close round at the end of that one. And what I was going to say is that Miss ended up going for the 50-50 there, pulling out the pistol just for a little bit of a potential and just wasn't able to get it. Sometimes it happens.
Yeah, you just get like a little bit like, oh, I can get this kill.
Yeah.
I can get it. And then it just doesn't work out your way. It's unfortunate. We see Imagine taking out the Capitao, so they're expecting a bedroom hold, but they're back on CCTV, so that's going to be it's going to be good for the Imagine. So what the Capitao can do, he's got the flame arrows, he's got the smoke arrows. You can smoke off like any sight lines, but if you shoot the flame through that drone hole on balcony, you can potentially like get rid of like any of the surrounding area. Like if there's a Jaeger, puts down his gadgets. If any gadgets around there, it gets rid of it. But if you go up onto the subroof on the opposite side of CCTV and you shoot your flame arrow at the reinforced wall, you can get rid of like all like if they have bandits down there. So it's really good to run a Capitao when you don't have a Thatcher.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of different operators coming out that we haven't seen just yet. So we'll see how these teams end up synergizing together. Preparation phase coming through for Utah, just trying to set up all of their defensive. So far, 1-1 with 30 seconds left until the round starts.
We see this prep phase kind of going a little bit normal. They're most likely, they're making the rotate hole, they're reinforcing it, and Legion is new. They didn't run a Legion last time they held this point, so I expect that Legion to hold Garage, like I was saying last round. And if they're holding that Garage with the Legion, it's going to be a little bit harder because I don't know what it is about the Legion, but his gun sitting back there is just so overpowered sometimes.
The one thing I always love watching in the prep phase is where do these guys end up blowing holes into? Because, like, of course, so a casual viewer watching is like, how the heck do you know? Right? And I am one of those viewers. How the heck do you know where to blow holes into? But these guys just have a lot of experience.
So if you see the Cade was blowing the hole there, and he was trying to get his Cade charge in between the floorboards. If he gets his Cade charge in between the floorboards, it can electrify the wall, and St. Clair can't really see it because it's underneath the floor.
Exactly.
So it's a little bit of a trick out there for the Cade. And on site for CCTV, when they put the holes up top, it's for the smoke to throw the smoke grenades through and disrupt the plant safely.
I like how Rapid's being very aggressive here. He wastes absolutely no time blasting a hole through this door. Imagine now again looking for anything that he can find here. Doozy actually not knowing that there is a member right behind that wall.
Yeah, really like inches away from getting a free kill. That would have been. I love it. That would have been such a good surprise.
I absolutely love to watch little plays like that, where we can see the enemy, but obviously they can't see.
And we see Miss Nautica still on the Montaigne. Has sightlines on the player in Garage. They're going to be trying to set up the Thatcher breach, but I think maybe Imagine can get that Cade off. They haven't been able to yet because it's in a tricky spot. Miss Nautica getting right up in personal. Come on, no, you can't melee, but
you can't melee. Okay.
Gets a little bit overzealous and taken out by a player inside CCTV room. So that's St. Clair at the disadvantage. They're down 2 players right away. 3v5 situation. 4 players on site for University of Utah, but JMB's getting the refrag on that Legion. Then we're in a 4v3. St. Clair just bringing it back. 1 kill at a time. Imagine slowly creeping up. Doozy gets taken out by Noisy. Noisy getting a double kill. Taking out Imagine as well. So we're in a 1v4 and Studson finishes it off. University of Utah is up 2-1.
Yeah, the one thing that's actually really good there is that JMB, he was kind of slacking in the first couple of rounds. But there, he ended up just getting 1 kill for himself. And even though it is just 1 kill, he can use that momentum going into this next round.
Yeah, everything counts because it's a long game. It's a grind. Everything counts in your mentality here. Imagine in Rapid, though, 4-4, where you look at the side of Utah, it's 5-4-4-2-0. Top spin. Only one having trouble. So let's just take a second and introduce the team. We got the Stash. We got Top Spin, Studson, and Noisy, and I want to say Jima?
Something like that.
Because we haven't introduced University of Utah. Obviously, a good roster of players that they have here. As they're showing, they a lot of knowledge, a lot of good communication I like to see coming out from their team.
Exactly. Over on the blue side, Saints Gaming, we have JM Beast, Doozy, Imagine, Miss Nautica, as well as Rapid, playing the Habana right now. The Montaigne. I don't know how I feel about this pick, man.
I honestly, like, I agree with you. It hasn't seemed to, like, hasn't caught my interest that they should keep it.
Ooh, that would have been cool.
Yeah, if he managed to hit that drone, I would have been so surprised. And I just... There's a reason they're running the Montana, and I know that there's a reason, but it hasn't... Like, it hasn't at all convinced me.
Yeah, I feel like in scrims or maybe when they've actually practiced it, they set up a scenario where the Montaigne just kind of charges one player and everyone just collapses onto that one dude.
Yeah.
Right? But what we saw right there is Miss collapsed onto the one dude and no one was there to follow up. So it's just miscommunication. I don't want to call it tilt because, you know, we're way too early into this to call it tilt.
I don't think it's
No.
yeah, like you said, it's way too early to call it tilt. I agree with you on that. 100%. Doozy's drone just being a little bit alone out there.
It's unfortunate.
You put some like sad music over it and some rain.
That could be like a fairy tale, man. The lone drone just going by himself. Who knows what could happen in a Dr. Seuss book, but
Imagine's drone on site, and we're gonna see him gets a
whoa.
lot of knowledge there. Just picks up the character right there, but I think somebody shot it out. I couldn't really tell.
There was one dude inside of the little bathroom there, and ended up just shooting out Imagine's drone.
You see St. Clair setting up for that outside push. Is they just have to get that Capital right there, and they have usually the Capital will shoot the flames through the drone hole and disable what would be the bandit traps that are in there.
I like that one little dude in prone, but I don't know if it's really prone. It's just he's kind of lying down on the ground there. Again, I always love just seeing the opponents and how close, how close they are.
Yeah, and like I think one of the funniest things I ever see is like is the people in prone. It's funny like animations and Doozy getting shot at from CCTV. Just that is almost got picked out with his pants down.
Yeah, he didn't exactly take any damage, but definitely was getting shot at from a certain direction there. I imagine now taking it a little bit more slowly. You're starting to see St. Clair really come together in terms of not rushing the point. I feel like back there in round number 3, Imagine. Nice prediction.
Noisy with the C4 kill on Miss Nautica, but JMB's refragging onto Noisy, so St. Clair up 4-3 in player base.
Yep.
And they're just gonna slow it right down.
Yeah, really calm, right? We like I was saying in round number 3, they just rushed the point. Not the best strat that they could definitely take. Now in round number 4, they're taking it a little bit more slowly, and so far, they're up by 1.
I really like what I just saw from Imagine. He just smoked off CCTV, so he can comfortably peek into that window. And as it pays off, Imagine gets one, Doozy gets one. He gets picked from CCTV, but doesn't matter because they're in a 3v1 and they know where he is, so they have sight control. Completely. Diffuser getting planted by JMBeast. Studson, he's gonna go for the run, and he is a quick player. He's shooting through the wall, trying to get that wall bang. Almost gets the wall bang, but he's getting wall banged himself from that little logistics office area, and St. Clair just back off.
I was going to say that all these players know exactly where to shoot when a player is approaching from a certain position. You get to see it right here in the kill feed. Just very quick. You see a little bit of a glimpse of a body, even just a leg, and all of a sudden, he just gets picked off.
It blows my mind sometimes, the knowledge of these players.
Right?
The way that they just know, hey, I'm going to shoot through that wall, and I expect that he's planting that diffuser there. Like, or just like, hey, I heard him shoot from here. He's going to be here.
I love it, right? You could see Miss Nautica with 4 assists. Doozy finally getting himself onto the board with 2 kills. Or not, those aren't assists, my bad.
Those are,
those are deaths. I'm used to KDA, but apparently here it's something different. It's fine. You're also seeing Imagine here. We're starting to rack up his kills. He's basically the top guy in kills with 6. And
it shows because like on the stats, on paper, Imagine is the killer of St. Clair. He's that demon. You don't want to go up against the gun of Imagine because he's gonna gun you down. And Mozzie switch for Studson.
Yeah,
it's a little bit different. Oh, and I'm excited to see the pulse come out because they're in basement, and I love seeing a pulse get played on basement because that the heartbeat detector, like if he just plays down on B and he can just throw a C4 anywhere he wants, he can possibly get those kills from below. It's like a little like hedgehog in his hole.
I love this top-down view that we see before it all goes down. We can see where these guys want to place their reinforcements, maybe place their little barricades. I do actually really like that that ability coming through. If any drone goes through there, he takes control of it.
Yeah, that Mozzie. I can't remember what week it was, but they were playing on a map cafe. They were playing on cafe.
Yeah.
And there was a drone inside like this little hole like area, and he was backed into a corner. And then he put the Mozzie drone here, so the drone couldn't leave. And it was probably like one of my favorite. It was just a funny moment.
Yeah.
It was probably one of my. It was a really memorable moment. Pulse going for a spawn kill maybe, or just trying to get some information. The heartbeat sensor probably picking up a lot, and as you can see,
there you go.
That's Miss Nautica on the other side of the wall, just getting some callouts, and he did get droned out.
Yeah.
So they know he's here.
Heartbeat sensor deployed.
He's gonna continue to stay here though. He knows this is his spot.
This is just very, very intense, and I'm sitting on the edge of my seat right now, just honestly listening and waiting for something to happen. And unfortunately, I believe the Pulse just ended up backing off there. But yeah, it's just like in a matter of rounds. St. Clair are playing a completely different game. They're taking it more slow, right? They're starting to warm up finally. The nerves are all gone, and they're really playing their game.
Yeah, and Miss Nautica hasn't pushed in yet, but they're just waiting for JMBs to get that thermite charge down, and they really putting an emphasis on that window, because often you do see somebody sit there, and often you do see someone.
There's 2 members there.
Often you do see someone try to get that spawn peak. Thermite charge coming out. Pulse gonna go for the C4. Does he get Miss Nautica? Oh, he doesn't. So there's no more C4 for the Pulse. That was a ballsy move.
And that's the go for St. Clair. They see the Pulse go out. And Imagine ended up getting 1 kill for himself, a 5v4 so far. Imagine taking this very, very slowly. Miss Nautica finding 1 more member there. Ends up actually getting poisoned. Just takes out the little tack underneath the foot.
Yeah, that goo mine is annoying a lot of the time. Mozzie going down is a good pick, but you still got to be aware that those Mozzie drones, those Mozzie kind of traps still can take over your drone. So even though he's out, he's still got a little bit of a presence on the map. St. Clair just destroyed that floor. They got so much sightline.
What I was going to say is that I really like how Rapid and Doozy are playing that top floor game, where you just go right from the top down and just eliminate everything and try to slowly make your way towards the actual bomb site itself. But they only got 52 seconds to plant this bomb. I want to see how they do it.
It really shows to me that St. Clair's been practicing a lot, because they've switched their roles.
Yeah.
And I just want to take a second. Like, usually we saw Miss Nautica played Hibana.
Yep.
Imagine was usually playing Ash or No Buck. And as I was talking, Stash picks up Doozy and Miss Nautica. Nice double kill coming
JM.
up. JM Beast takes out Noisy. And we're down to a 3v3, 2v3 as Imagine picks up Jime. And the diffuser's gonna go down. JMB's planting right now. Smoke putting in the rotate hold. Knows he has to do something. In the meantime, Imagine takes out Stash. So we're in a 1v3 situation. Top spin against the world. Top spin with the shotgun. Such a deadly shotgun. And then SMG just can't get known out. So he's gonna be pre-aiming that corner, walking forward. Expect someone to be there. That's Rapid gets taken down by Top Spin. We're down to a 2v1. This is not over yet. Only half of the time has ticked down on the diffuser. He has to get it. He has to, and he's trying to get those sightlines. Gets a nice sightline, but that's Imagine picking up the kill on Top Spin, and that's round 5 going to St. Clair. They're up 3-2.
Imagine it just popped off this round. I think he ended up getting like 3 or 4 kills at the end of that one. And what I was going to say is, when you're in a 2v1, both sides are nervous. The guys who are basically defending the bomb at that point, they know that they have the extra man. But exactly, you pointed at Imagine's kills, 10 kills at the end of that round in total. But again, when you're in a 2v1, the 2 guys that are basically defending the defuse, they don't want to get 2v1'd, right? Getting 2v1 does not feel good, but the one dude that's actually trying to attack and defuse the bomb, he wants to get the 2v1, and he's also very nervous.
Yeah, it's just the nerves are steady on both sides. I just, you can't get away from that. So in the meantime, University of Utah getting right back into the CCTV room, and I don't know if they're excited. I think they're 1-1 on the CCTV. They lost 1 round, they won 1 round. Capitao coming out for Rapid. That's a bit of a switch up, because you usually saw Imagine on the Capitao. So maybe that, like I said, they've been practicing. I've seen already that Saints have swapped roles on quite a bit of characters, and I'm excited to see if Rapid can pull it off on that Capitao pick.
Yeah,
Imagine is such a good player with that operator.
Yeah, definitely agree with you on that one. Seymour's 3-2 now for St. Clair Saints here in round number 6. We'll see if St. Clair can close this one out, or if we're going to go very simply to 3-3 apiece. We'll definitely see how this round really pans out in this preparation phase.
And just for a friendly reminder, this is the last round before these teams switch sides. So after this round, University of Utah is going to be on the attack, and St. Clair is going to be on the defense. So that happens every round 7.
Okay. I didn't know that. So that's definitely good information for myself. So,
and it's also good for the viewers.
You're right.
Not all viewers might know.
No, yeah,
not all viewers are pros either.
We're all
Everybody's learning tonight.
Exactly.
School's in session, and let's see if St. Clair can put the class to work.
I knew you were trying to find a reference there. Yeah. You were trying to find a little bit, and you finally found it, which is good.
Doozy with those sight lines, like he's always is. Breaking the window, but nobody's on the other side. Nobody's in that little millimeters section this time, and they don't have the Mozzie, so full drone control to St. Clair.
Yeah. Well, imagine imagine. It's just I was about to talk about him. He gets Studson. Studson was looking like the one of the star players here on this team. He was really basically surviving. He was like one of the last guys every single round. But what I was gonna say is that Imagine was one of the dudes that just free hit into one of these boarded up walls, and he ended up getting a kill, right? So sometimes you have no idea what you're going to find behind a boarded wall.
Yeah, and I want to bring it back to like a few rounds ago and just that Montaigne pick.
Yes.
Wasn't convincing me at first, but starting to convince me now.
Yeah, exactly. Now we're starting to see Miss Nautica really come together with her team, and I think that's what they were missing, is just the team synergy between her and the rest of the team. JM looking for his own opportunity for himself, Doozy as well. I believe someone did get poison darted in the foot, so yeah, you're already...
Miss Nautica taking so much damage from that Goom Mine.
Yeah.
But she does have the sideline. She has to back out of there if she wants to get it out, and the Legion knows, so Legion's just gonna wait, because if she pulled that out, that's just a free kill.
Exactly, right? And JM knows that there is a dude in the corner, so he's just very patiently waiting. There was also a Claymore blocking the entrance of that door.
I'm curious what Rapid's going to do. Oh, he's going to flame him.
Ooh.
I wonder if did he put damage on? No, the Legion's taking no damage, but
that was the opportunity.
Almost getting picked by JMBs. He is downstairs. Noisy gets a pick on JMBs, so JMBs is out on that balcony. Diffuser is down as well. So that's JMB's drop Diffuser, and that Legion totally got out of that, almost, I want to say unscathed, but he took a lot of damage. Noisy on like barely any health already, so... Just St. Clair. That's a mistake. As I say mistake, Doozy just brings it right back.
Exactly.
Noisy's out of the game. They're in a 4v3 situation, and I think they got health advantage? No, they don't have health advantage. I'd say University of Utah with health advantage. Rapid goes down to Jime. We're in a 3v3 situation. Doozy jumping into point. There are 2 people behind that wall. He's got to be ready for it. Gets one.
He got one.
Goes for the second, but misses. So that's a nice kill by the smoke. Gets 2. Miss Nautica in a 1v1. Montaigne against Smoke.
They know where she is. No!
Just a nail biter of a round again. And that's even 3-3.
Yeah.
Clubhouse is a very one-sided map usually. So that's very good for St. Clair. It's usually defender heavy.
Yeah.
So the fact that St. Clair got 3,
yeah,
I'd say it favors them right now.
Exactly. So we're starting to see the advantages come out here in round number 7. 11 kills so far for Imagine. So he's really feeling this game. Rapid as well, slowly trailing behind at 4 kills, as well as JM slowly building up his lead. We're really starting to see Doozy as well. All right, we didn't really see him in the first couple rounds, but now he's really bringing the pain.
Yeah, and Miss Nautica may have 1 kill, but that support like she has on that
really
Montaigne is just doing so much for her team. And we may have knocked it at first, but like, hey, now we got University of Utah pulling out the Montaigne. Maybe Montaigne's the way to go now.
Maybe. Yeah, we're also starting to see a lot of more different picks now that St. Clair are on defense. I want to see how they play this second floor defense and how it differs from Utah. Utah, they were very centered on this point. They had just a couple of members in this room, and then the last 2 were just kind of scattered about this second floor. But I want to see how St. Clair play this.
Yeah, it's usually like an important thing to have those roamers, especially on the CCTV map. Like if you can have those roamers on this map, just stall any time as they can, considering it's a map connected right to the outside.
Yeah.
If you can get them to stall just a little bit, it's a win. That's a win for the roamers. Like the roamers are doing their job good.
However, I'm looking at Utah's comp, and they got Thermite, so I think they automatically win in my book.
little bit. Is that a little bit of bias?
Nah, not really.
Little bit of bias to Thermite. JMB's putting down the castle walls, locking down that first floor. Really cutting down the areas of entry for University of Utah, but those areas of entry don't matter when Utah's going on the roof.
Exactly, right? Everyone is scatter above the roof. You just hear footsteps above you, and you're like, well, that plan didn't really work. That's fine.
See Noisy in possession of the diffuser, going to be the last one up onto the roof, just taking his time, probably on the drones. And Montaigne on site. They're going for the full map clear, and somebody is there. Gets sightlines on the Montaigne, just waiting, calling it out, getting it right up in the face. We see a little bit of friendly. Can they wave? If it was VR, they could wave to each other.
Ooh, that was close. Ends up pulling down the shield so that they can melee, but not able to do so. So
yeah, that's a bold move from the Montaigne. And I really enjoy seeing that chibi on the side of his shield.
I love all these little scenarios. Oh, Studson ends up getting the first kill of the round. 4v5, 4v4. JMB ends up getting a kill for himself. Montaigne going to slowly walk into the room to spot out anybody that is in bomb A.
Yeah, and Noisy's still on the cam, so that diffuser isn't making it to site anytime soon. Studson with a beautiful kill on Miss Nautica, just putting his team in. That was just a great kill out of him.
Clair.
And very heads up. So Miss Nautica was just called out for so long. I eventually expected her to go down because that was a wall bangable area, and just ever so close. Topspin almost catching the head of that's Imagine on the other side of that shield.
Yeah, that was very close. If they took down Imagine, then it definitely would not have been good. Imagine, as we've seen so far, is definitely the star player.
Oh, he's just gonna keep that C4 there.
Yeah.
Montaigne's gotta watch out for that C4 now, because if he goes for the C4, he could be shot in the back. That might be a good situation for St. Clair, but we also might see them focusing too much on the Montaigne. I hope they don't focus too hard. Noisy is getting ready. He did drop diffuser, so now diffuser's in the hands of the Hibana. Montaigne on site, the smoke grenade going off.
Oh man!
And that's the Montaigne down to the smoke.
love it.
So St. Clair has the advantage. Topspin trying to get something, and he finds Imagine. Doozy finds Noisy at the same time though, so we're in a 2v3. Studson and Topspin against Rapid, JM Beast, and Doozy. JM Beast takes out
there you go.
Studson, so we're in a 1v3. 8 seconds left. This is St. Clair's round. There's no way that Topspin can do this. And walks into the sightlines of JM Beast, and that's the fourth round for St. Clair, and they took the lead.
And I was going to say, are you going to cast a curse this, or is your word actually going to be true? And it definitely was. We got full-on trust in you. So that's St. Clair taking a round for themselves.
I knew as soon as I saw he was in the gym workout room and there was 8 seconds left, that's it.
That's it. There you go.
Let's see.
12, yeah, I was just going to say 12 kills so far for Imagine as well. JM slowly coming up, right? So he's slowly building his lead for himself.
Yeah, and it's a surprise to see like Doozy right behind him too.
Yes.
5 kills. Doozy having quite the game.
Yeah.
He's been quiet lately, so maybe he's just in a different mindset. They're playing at home today, so maybe they're a little bit comfortable.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely agree with you on that one. And we're starting to see a couple of more operators come out here. Smokey Jaeger, Lise, also Pulse.
Pulse. They are playing that
Legion.
basement church arsenal room. Doozy on that Pulse he's been like, I've seen him
Yeah.
on his good days,
Yeah.
and I've seen him on his bad days.
Yeah.
And on those good days,
He's good.
he connects.
He's good.
He connects.
I want to see how he actually ends up playing the Pulse here in round number 8. Where is he going to sit? Where is he going to try and pick off the opponents? We're just definitely going to have to see how this one all plays out. Imagine actually kind of playing a more passive game in that last round, just sitting behind the barrier, not really moving from that spot.
No, he didn't move behind that barrier, and honestly, he did end up getting picked off too.
Yeah.
When he did move.
Yeah.
So like maybe not wanting to stay behind the barrier this time. Maybe give him some wings to fly free again.
Yeah.
Like, don't seclude him to that little spot. Although he did keep topspin outside of the point for a little bit. He did waste a lot of time. And we're gonna see Miss Nautica put both of her Jaeger drones inside boiler room. So it just makes sure that they can't put that
Exactly.
the thermite. I actually can't remember why they put the Jaeger there, but I know it's to disrupt something.
It's to do something.
I know it's big brain.
Exactly. We definitely have to. We gotta trust these guys and in their placement of the Jaeger things because of the grenades. You have something to say? Grenades.
Grenades.
There you go.
The grenades.
You thought of that one yourself?
Yeah. we both kind of said it at the same time, and at the same time of us saying that, it maybe had a little bit of a voice whispering in my ear.
No. Mr. Producer, he's a ghost. What producer? I'm kidding. Yeah, now we're starting to see Utah finally get into this building itself. And they don't want to take their time either. They want to get right into this basement.
Yeah. And I made a little bit of a noise there because I saw Ash. Ash is my favorite character.
Yeah. Okay.
Ash is my favorite character. I love seeing Ash get played anytime. It's so fast paced, so just OP.
Yeah, I could definitely agree with you on that one. I haven't seen too much of Ash myself. Is she a default character? I believe she's a default character.
Yeah, she's a default character.
Yeah, okay. Now, I've definitely seen her in my games once or twice.
Oh yes, you did. I guarantee you did.
Yeah, okay.
That Doozy getting so much information with this cardiac
3.
sensor. Picks up 4. Picks up 4, and is he gonna go for the C4? He's just waiting for that circle to stay still. Looks away from the flash. Come on. I know you want to stand still.
He's seeing one of the players trying to peek through the floor itself. I believe he ended up getting spotted out, but it doesn't really matter. He's got the C4 literally right on the player, at least from our perspective.
Yeah, the player, I think, was on the other side of the wall, so Rapid trying to get a pick, but he can't. That's the Montaigne gets the kill. The Montaigne actually picked up that kill, so just getting a little bit ballsy, going for that second player, and Montaigne took advantage of that.
Yep, JM Beast, though, getting a kill for himself with 1 minute remaining. 50 seconds to be exact. A couple of members stacking here at B Central Stairs. C4 going in. It does explode. Doesn't really catch anyone out, though.
We're going to see a nice 4v4 action. Both teams kind of semi-even on health. And they're going to look like they're going to push into a church room. Maybe they're going for an A diffuser plant. I don't usually see an A diffuser plant go that much, but I think the Thermite's going for the breach charge, and he's going to get it down, opening up the sight lines for his team. There is a player in Boiler, so I think St. Clair's in the advantage here. Not as I say that, Miss Nautica getting bodied by the Sash.
That was
diffuser
so nice.
getting planted. And he's at very low health. He could go down at any second. Imagine gets opened up. What a play by Studson. Does he refrags on Stash? Doozy,
Oh, no.
just gets dropped. And that's diffuser down in 1v3. St. Clair can't pull it off. 4-4. This is such a close game.
That momentum was insane. Right when Utah got 1 kill, it just snowballed out of control. 1 kill, 2 kill, 3 kill. And so many pre-fires. They knew exactly where Saints were on that point. That was insane.
And I can't really remember, but if both teams get 6-6, I'm pretty sure they go overtime. So if they go into overtime, as even as this game is, it might be a longer game than we thought.
We're seeing 1-1-1-1 on both sides. We're just going constantly over and over again. And right when one of these teams actually get a lead, like maybe a 2-point lead, is when we'll actually see some crazy momentum shifts.
All right, so we're playing to see who can get the first two wins in a row.
Exactly, because we've been seeing 1-1-1-1 every single time. Gets kind of boring after a while. Come on, I need to see a huge lead come through.
And kind of like the exact same lineup on St. Clair for the defense. I think, yeah, they had a Cade. They're not running the Bandit. I'm starting to like, at first, when Cade first got picked for me, or when I saw him, I didn't really like seeing the Cade.
Yeah.
But he's kind of growing on me.
Yeah.
And on the other side, we see Jackal coming out for University of Utah. It's one of my other favorite characters to see, and he gets banned out all the time. You hardly get to see him, but considering the map that he made it through the ban phase, and now we get to see if he's really worth banning all the time.
That's it, right? If Utah just absolutely destroy their opponents, maybe it's because of that pick, maybe it's because of their sheer skill that we've seen so far. But now we're in the basement. I always love seeing the basement rounds. I don't know why. I'm starting to get a love for these basement rounds because again, there's just so many different angles that this attacking team can come from, and I want to see where they do come from.
That play last round from the Montaigne, and I can't remember who was backing him up down in pushing into Church, but
yeah,
the Montaigne just taking all like the kind of focus onto him, and Rapid going for that second player, just pulls down his pistol and takes out Rapid. That was quite the play from him, and I like that.
Yeah, definitely expect to see these more slow rounds come out. I feel like all of these teams kind of wait until like the 50-second mark to really do anything crazy, right? But for these first 2 minutes, it's just very chill R6 action.
Yeah, on the most part, it's like it really. You'll see a team.
Yeah.
When a team really knows this game, they'll draw out that time because they want to make sure that every fine detail is taken care of before they get to the big stuff.
Yeah.
It's like setting up a stream.
That's it.
You just want to make sure all like the big stuff, all the like the little fine details are put together.
Yeah.
Before your big reveal.
Woo! There you go. JM Beast was definitely the one that I guess set up the stream in your analogy.
Yeah.
Got a kill for himself. Also sees 2 through the wall. See if you can get any more.
Jackal picked up Doozy, so Doozy on the pulse. That yeah, he can see them, but they can see him too because he's picked up and he's gonna get shot through the wall. He's got to get out of there. He's got to figure out a way. And JMB's just opening the sightlines. Peekaboo. Hello, Montaigne.
There you go. JM Beast looking for any sort of body that he can find, and he's not really finding it at the moment. Montaigne also taking a little bit of damage from the poison, down to half HP. This poison's a pain in the butt.
Is he gonna get wallbanged? Oh, they were wallbanging, but oh no, there's a reinforcement. I don't know where he was getting shot from, but maybe it was just a weird angle seeing his teammates shoot. But St. Clair in the advantage right now, as they are in a 5v4. Topspin still up top, and most of the players on the bottom level for University of Utah. Doozy is down. Rapid gets taken down by the Montaigne. Jaima getting that nice frag, but Doozy does get picked back up. Topspin still with that top-down angle is able to open up that hatch finally.
And we gotta remember that Doozy's on very minimal HP here. He's just below 1/4.
But he might be able to see someone right here.
It'd be very close if he ends up finding it. He saw just the bot, just a little bit. And it was just a little bit too late. Super unfortunate. Thermite gonna now breach through this one wall to see what they can find in this next room. Also Jackal.
St. Clair in such a tight spot right now, as just there's so many sightlines opened up for University of Utah, but there's 10 seconds left. Imagine takes out Stash. This might be a bad situation now for University of Utah. Topspin goes down. Diffuser is very low. Noisy goes down. Only one left is the Montaigne, and I'm sorry, but your shield is not enough.
Yeah, and St. Clair telling me, you know what? As much as the casters want to see a team get 2 in a row, they're not going to see it.
No,
we're not seeing it. We're not seeing it today.
You know, we're just going to keep going
Exactly.
1-1-1-1. Maybe we'll get the 2 points in a row.
JM Beast showing up. This dude has 8 kills now. He came from nowhere.
Oh, yeah. And yeah. Imagine's got 14 kills, but like,
yeah. No, I don't want
when doesn't Imagine have 14 kills?
I've been talking about this guy way too much, right? I got to give attention to these other players, and so far, JM, he's in the right place at the right time. He's very slow and methodical with his positioning, and he's playing this game correctly.
St. Clair finally pulling out the Bandit Doozy on that, and it looks like University of Utah just going for the standard kind of operator pick. Montaigne's new to me today, but we've seen Montaigne all game, so I expect to see Montaigne.
Maybe on this map, it's just way too good.
Do I smell a new meta?
I don't know.
Do I smell some new meta strats cooking up? I don't know. I'm excited because we got the Japan Invitational for Rainbow Six this weekend, so maybe we'll see some new strats spawn from that, and that's something I'm excited to see.
Well, I think that even in other games, every region has their own strats. Sometimes they copy from other regions, but even here in the college scene, they could create their own strats. And so far, the Montaigne, I guess, is just way too good.
From today, from what I was actually hearing from the college, from St. Clair,
yeah,
that their team is actually going to be like sitting together in Discord, watching the Invitational this weekend.
There you go.
Trying to pull as much as they can out of these pro players that play. And honestly, I don't think there's anything better to watch this weekend for a Rainbow Six player than that Invitational.
Yeah.
Except if you see a Saints gaming stream go on.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, you gotta always support the boys back at home, but
University of Utah. I want to see how fast they actually end up taking this building over, because in certain rounds we've seen them rush into the building. In others, we'll just see them take it very slowly, but usually when they're not in the basement, they take it slow and methodical.
Yeah, and Montaigne already right up to that Legion. Legion's gonna back off as much as he can. Maybe Jaima is gonna make the same mistake Miss Nautica did. Ooh, taking minimal damage to that impact. So that's a W for the Montaigne and a little bit of a L for Imagine.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if Topspin's gonna go for any sort of shots here, because Jaima, like you were saying, has a beautiful view, and Studson so far getting his first kill onto JM Beast. I was talking about how he's actually just playing really, really well, and this round is just not for him.
And Studson in that return gets drawn out to barely any health at all. Imagine going down to Noisy. We're in a 5v3. St. Clair on their heels. How are they going to turn this back? Doozy just on site, waiting for something. Look, he's just twitching back and forth, expecting anything to come into his sight. Miss Nautica still roaming. She's got to return back to site if they need her. She's in such a bad position right now. And Rapid getting the kill on Studson. Rapid has been so good with this shotgun. Even last week we saw him popping off, so it's returning.
even when his vision was blurry, he was still able to keep calm with the shotgun, with the one pump. It's just so effective. We see the Montaigne at the door, just blocking anything that Doozy wants to do here.
Doozy just in such a bad spot. This is not the ideal position to be in.
No.
Rapid with the shotgun in the garage.
Oh,
Miss
my
Nautica getting
goodness.
taken down. Topspin going off.
Oh,
Rapid
my-
picks up
yes.
topspin, but can Doozy get out of this position? Can they do something? Can they get past this Montaigne? It doesn't look like
No.
they can.
You can't.
St. Clair have to start the wheels. They got to start it, but they don't catch the
my
player on
goodness.
balcony as there's just two people in such a good position. Doozy does take out Noisy, but he's getting picked up by that player on the rappel, and that is another round to Utah. Back and forth, like we said, it's 5-5 now.
Yeah, Utah played that very methodically. And I actually, one thing I really love is right when the diffuser goes down, Utah immediately switch mindsets from attack to defense. They immediately exit the building, they look at where the diffuser is, and they just play this very slow game, just looking for anybody that's trying to defuse this bomb.
Yeah, it's just, it really like separates the skill gap of when you know to just like, hey guys, okay, we have the diffuser down. We don't need to give up anything. We could just like chill. Just play it slow. Wait for them to come to us now. And they did. And look at them. Now that's 5-5.
We're seeing a Maestro as well. Maestro? There we go. Come out for JMBs. I don't think we've seen this pick yet, have we?
Well, JM Beast usually picks the Maestro.
Okay.
So I'm surprised I haven't seen the
blind.
Maestro come back yet. He hasn't
Maybe I'm
picked him.
not.
He hasn't picked
There
him
we
this
go.
game.
Okay.
Hasn't picked him this game,
Okay.
but in the past, usually picks the Maestro. So I'm surprised I haven't seen him today.
Yeah, definitely a really good pick if you put it in the right hands. And like you were saying, JM knows exactly how to play this pick. And I feel like it eventually gets to the point where you're playing 10 rounds of this game and you're like, or 11, we're on 11 rounds now, and you got to pull out the pocket picks.
Yeah, you got to pull out the pocket picks. And JM Beast, I know Maestro's his character.
Yep.
He's going to put the cam down. Oh, maybe that's maybe that cam's to just block off the Montaigne if the Montaigne wants to push up there.
Maybe.
Can do a little bit of disruption.
I also really like the barbed wire coming in, and they end up putting two on the stairs because the Montaigne usually goes up the stairs and goes onto the balcony there, just to slowly walk towards this room. And putting two barbed wires there is really gonna spot out that operator.
Yeah, for St. Clair, like one
Right.
thing I want to reflect on is a couple weeks ago they had this problem with the Montaigne.
Yep.
They didn't know how to like deal with it. It was cafe, it wasn't clubhouse.
Yeah.
And they made instantly the swaps to counter that Montaigne. So maybe they're making those swaps right now. like before they did take out a frost. So we don't see the frost now, but it's also not a frost map. You don't have a lot of windows to deal with.
Definitely agree with you on that one, but we're just seeing a very slow game once again. I feel like that's kind of the name of the game here, and this is what I was saying earlier, is that the Montaigne just continues to go on to this balcony, and this barbed wire is definitely spotting him out.
The goo mine gets taken out by the barbed wire, and they realize, like, they're really... I enjoy that they are just narrowing down the Montaigne. They're making sure that they get that Montaigne, because that Montaigne was just such a nuisance last round.
Yeah.
It really kept Doozy in the same spot over and over again, and I absolutely despise seeing somebody upside down. It's just like, it's just such a weird angle, but, you know, it's helpful.
I was literally going to say it's making dizzy. I didn't like that too much, but Noise ends up getting a kill for himself. Onto Imagine, actually. So the star player of Saints going down.
And that's the Legion too, so that's
Yeah.
all in, like, immediately control of Garage to University of Utah. The Maestro Camp is down, so they're going to disrupt the Montaigne, but the Montaigne will try to take it out. And he's just going to look away. He's going to do as much as he can to disrupt them. This is so big brain. This could be so big brain. He's going to take out the Montaigne. Jay and Beast doing it all right there. So there is another player on top. Oh, by the way, the Maestro
Apparently you can do
damage.
that. Okay. I don't know why I was so confused, because I see him shooting and I'm like, why is he shooting him? And there you go. Apparently he's dead.
Jay and Beast getting another kill on Stunson. So that's St. Clair in a 4v3. And JM Beast right now doing it all for his team. He wants to take that lead. He wants to not let University of Utah get the 2 rounds in a row.
Right when Imagine went down, the one thing I was thinking is JM has to come in clutch here with Doozy. And this is exactly what we're seeing. Rapid as well. And basically this whole entire team of Saints. Doozy getting a kill for himself through that wall. A beautiful, beautiful shot.
Beautiful C4 from
There we
Doozy.
go.
JMB's taking out Topspin. The Stash is the only one left, but he's got no health. That's St. Clair going up 6-5.
Doozy grabbing himself a couple of kills, just padding up the KDA, or at least here in this in this game it's KAD. But amazing, amazing round coming for Saints.
You really hear the league coming out of you right there, KDA.
Yeah, it's unfortunate or not fortunate, depending on how you look at it.
JMB's back on the castle. Rapid on the smoke, and Doozy with 9 kills. Doozy's not quiet today.
No, he's
I like
not.
seeing that.
No, he's not. He started off these first couple rounds really slacking. He didn't get 1 kill until like round 4, and now finally he's at 9 kills. So this dude's popping off. I love it.
And not even that, JM Beast 11. JM Beast 11 kills. He is single-handedly the reason they won that last round.
Yeah.
That was just such a good placement for the Maestro Cam, and Utah was not ready for that.
Yeah.
The Montaigne, I think, like, was a little struggling, like, oh, wait a second. We're gonna see a 6-pick come out. Are they not gonna pick Montaigne?
Ooh.
Are we gonna see the Sledge? We're gonna see a Montaigne for the first time this whole match not get picked.
I know what Sledge does. He knocks down walls. He has a giant hammer and he just boom, right down the wall. So he's one of the default characters. I know exactly what he does. And I used to play him a little bit. And then I was like, wait, you could do his job but better with Thermite? And I just started playing.
Hold on, wait. You could play Sledge,
Yeah.
but as Thermite and do it a little bit better?
That's what I was saying. That's what I was thinking. Right? You got a breach charge that can breach through any wall. I love it. But yeah, now we're starting to see a couple of different picks come out here. We'll see how Utah's strats completely switch up. I feel like Utah, they saw what St. Clair was doing, or with the two barbed wires on the stairs, and they're like, all right, they know our strats now. They know exactly how to counter us. So let's just switch it up.
And one thing I'm really looking forward to for the Saints this game is how are they going to control that outside balcony area?
Yeah.
Are they gonna? They have to get that kind of bandit tricking going, because I haven't really seen anybody actually hold onto the outer site.
Right. And from what St. Clair know is that the opponents are running a Montaigne. So
I don't know. I love seeing the animation of Sledge. It's just smack.
I was like, what are you pointing at? It's just the prep round, but No, apparently Sledge is really nice looking.
No, we're into the action
There we go.
phase, and we're ready to go. So Jackal out. I don't know why they're running a Jackal right here, because Jackal is usually something to pick out a roamer, and he's not on the first floor right now. So
Yeah.
in my opinion, it's a little bit of a questionable character to run on the outside there, but you know, they got their strats,
Yeah.
and I got my strats,
There you
and my
go.
strats don't consist of usually playing this game competitively like that.
Yeah, exactly. And so far from what Jackal has done is he's thrown a drone into the building and he spotted out 2. So he's already kind of useful. He's already using his drone effectively there, which is really nice. The Thermite, we're not seeing the bomb come out just yet. The Ash as well, looking for a couple of grenade shots.
Ash taking out the bandit charges, so that should be the Thermite going down. Maybe are they gonna get? I hope nobody's there. I can't get a good sight line, but okay, nobody's on the other side of that wall, so nobody's gonna go down to it. And there we go. The Jackal is setting up for like the roaming position. Gets the footstep sight lines on that logistics player. Gets the sight. Oh, but he's getting shot. Imagine wins that fight. Oh, what a kill from Imagine. That's his 2nd kill. He got a nice double kill there. Doozy finishing it off with the C4. Imagine taking out Studson at the same time, though. Imagine just putting in so much work this round, and University of Utah down to a 1v5.
Bro. Imagine on the outside, just absolutely tearing through his competition. Can he get the full ace is what we're looking for now? Or is this Thermite gonna 1v5 somehow, some way? Gonna take a little bit of damage, just down to quarter HP. St. Clair end up winning with Rapid getting a shotgun shot.
With 2 rounds in a row.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. St. Clair riding off of the momentum. I asked for it, what I got.
And St. Clair win it.
There you
So
go.
they clutched up and didn't go to overtime. So that's Clubhouse going to St. Clair. They're up 1-0 in the series. And in the meantime, how was your first Rainbow Six cast?
That was crazy. that was a lot of fun. Switching between all of those different perspectives. Yeah, but now they're in the 5-minute break, and we get a little bit of a 5-minute break ourselves.
Yeah, so we're just gonna take some time, collect ourselves,
That's it.
and we're gonna set up for the next round. And we hope you guys stay tuned and catch us later. So stick around. We'll be right back with some more Rainbow Six action.